What's going on, you guys? So sorry I haven't been on in a while. Just been so busy lately with life, work, and other things. I really haven't had time to slow down and upload anything new to my channel. But I'm here now, and I just want to start off by saying I have been a huge MTV reality show fanatic for a very long time. One of the many shows that I watch is Teen Mom. I believe I started watching the Teen Mom 16 and pregnant episodes before the spinoff of the regular Teen Mom episodes. And then now there's Teen Mom OG because, the young ladies have grown up into adults now. And the shows still come on. And I still watch them. And I hadn't planned on doing a review, like a recap review or anything on those shows. But I just had to give my thoughts and opinions on Monday night's episode of Teen Mom 2. So, this is a scene with Jenelle, and I'm going to start off by saying this is Jenelle and her son Jace, which is her oldest child. And they're going down the highway, and there's a guy that's like pulling up fast on her car, like speeding, and he's wanting her to go a little faster than she's going. So Jenelle is like, what's going on with this dude? Why he keep coming up on my bumper like that? And all of us have dealt with that one time or another on the highway where somebody just, addicted to speeding or just love driving fast. It's just a habit of theirs. But you just drive the regular speed limit, or you're not going to go too much faster than you really have to anyway. So we've all dealt with people like that on the highway. So this guy, he's like pulling up fast on her bumper, and she's like, what is wrong with him? And even Jace noticed it. So at this point, he just starts speeding up fast, and he gets on the side of her. And she was like, you might as well go around, because you wasn't gonna, you're not intimidating me to speed up or go faster for you when you could have just went around anyway. So that's what he ended up doing. So when he gets in the front of her, it's like he slows down so that she can bump him. So I'm like, at this point, I'm even like, what is going on with this dude? And I'm not like a huge fan of Jenelle. I never really have been, based on the way she treated her mother, Barbara, in the past. It just made me cringe the way this girl used to talk to her mom and curse at her mom and just so much disrespect. And her mother raised Jace, and they just always bumped heads about it and in and out of court about it, and just so much mess behind it. But I don't care, no matter what. I will never, just like accept the way she treated and talked to her mother back then. And she still talks to her mother that way. They do not get along. So back to this road rage. So the guy is slowing down and trying to, make Jenelle bump into him, which she didn't bump into him, but you could tell that, her nerves is like really bad at this point. And so she's like, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know what's his problem. So she calls David. Like, she think David could save her from everything. I don't know why. Those two together is just horrible. And both of them, they need help. And two people like that with their state of mind, they don't even belong together. She needs to be single, and he needs to be single as well. They need to seek mental help. Like, seriously. I know that she have, and she go to therapy, and she take all this medicine and stuff, but something is wrong with Jenelle. And then she puts on this like crazy looking Joker smile. I was like, what the hell wrong with this girl? And Jace is sitting in the car, and he's like, I could use my Nerf gun and hit him. So she could tell at that point when he slows his truck down that he's trying to, push her to get into it with him or whatever. So at this point, he's kind of pushing for the road rage. So, but the guy ends up turning off. But Jenelle, she calls David and tells David what he's done. And then she's following him. So David is like, what you following him for? And I'm like, now that's like the only thing I can agree with him on that episode. Even though he can't even show his face on the shows anymore, because he was banned off of the Teen Mom 2 because of some homophobic things. I don't know, some really rude, dirty, mean things he was saying and stuff, and about, the gay community or whatever. So he's no longer allowed to film. But he's on the phone with her, and we hear him telling her, like, why are you following the dude? So Jenelle followed the dude home. She followed the dude home, and I guess he got out of the truck like, what you doing at my house? Like, girl, you tripping. It's over with now. Go ahead on about your business. So she taking a picture, I guess, of his license plate stuff. I'm like, why did you even follow him home? It was over with. And he got back up in his truck. So she trying to hurry up and bag out. She bumps into his mailbox, and then she's like, my bad, didn't mean to do that. So as she trying to leave, the dude was like, oh no, you coming on my property and damaging property and think I'm just gonna let you leave like that? No, I'm not gonna let you slide. So he pulls up to try to block her in. At this point, she's just losing her mind and panicking. And poor Jace, he got to sit in the car and witness all this. But he, that's his mom, so he gonna be on his mom's side, and like, just like telling her, he just being there for his mom. And at the same time, it's wrong. And it's wrong what she's doing, and it's wrong that this child have to be there to witness this. And so the dude, he's talking crazy to Jenelle, and she's panicking. And she was like, dude, what are you doing? Oh, he just hit my car. So he hit her car, and she pulls out, that's when the screen turned black. And then she pulls out her gun from like the midsection of the car, like the armrest. She pulls the gun out. And I'm like, then she got a gun in the car with a child. Like, this girl is really, really crazy. She crazy for real. And I don't like to call people crazy. I really don't. But at this point, and I really don't have sympathy for Jenelle, because I don't know. God forgive me. I have low tolerance for her. So she pulled out the gun, the screen fades to black. And then they go to the commercial. When they come back on, they on another scene. And then when they come back on, that's when she's talking to the guy, whatever. But then she end up leaving. She calls David back again. No, she calls the police. She called the police, but she didn't tell the police. I followed him to his house, and then after I was trying to leave, it's like she told the police so much of it, but she told them so much of it just to make herself look good in the situation. Either way it go, you was wrong for following him home, because it was over with at the point when he turned off. And you could have just kept straight, or even if you had to go down the street where he lived, you still should have just kept straight. Don't stop at the person's house. Like, now you inciting it. So go ahead on about your business. Now you're in the wrong. At first, he was in the wrong. To me, he was really just being an asshole. But I'm glad that she didn't pull on brakes and bump the back of his truck, and it could have hurt Jace. Could have hurt her, and it could have hurt Jace. And then Jace sitting in the front of the truck. I just feel like he should have been sitting in the back seat. Even if he's not in a child, I don't know. I don't think he has to be in a child seat at his age now, but he shouldn't have been in the front. I don't know. It just didn't look safe. And then for her to follow the man. So she followed the man there, and then all that happened. And then she didn't know that he was going to corner her tail in there. So, she was scared. Then she didn't know what to do. She called the police. She's crying to the police. She's leaving. She's burning rubber, going on the highway, going 1,000 miles to wherever. Then the police, she see the police lights in the rearview mirror. She was like, this police is about to stop me. And I think she was back on the phone with David. And I know he was like, why did you even go to the people's house? So she pulls over. She's talking to the police. And she got the gun right there in plain sight. And the police see the gun. And how they say, you have any weapons? And she probably, her nerves probably was bad. So she was probably like, no. And she trying to hurry up and get her story out, get her side of the story out. And the police like, I see your pistol right there or whatever. And it's just crazy. Her mind was so gone, and she was still so caught up in that moment. She couldn't even realize that, look, first of all, you made this go further than it had to be. Like, Jenelle really need to get help. She really need to get help, and she need to get off the show and get help. Once those cameras, not giving her the spotlight of all this foolishness, I think that'll help her even more so. Because she don't even need to be on that show. They kicked her husband off. She need to take a break from the show. I'm not saying kick her off, but she need to take a break from the show and get herself together and come back. I'm ready to see a whole new Jenelle. Like, for the longest, I've given her the benefit of the doubt. I've rooted for her, but it's been hard because constantly she come back and keeps showing us this side of her that's just, it just irks me to see the same thing over and over, season after season with this girl. So at this point, the police is talking to her. She get out the car. She leaves the gun in the car with the child. I'm glad Jace you know, he wasn't so curious enough to mess with the gun. The child was playing on his phone. She's going back, talking to the police at his car, and whatever happened after that. So, and, you know, she got to put on a tear. She got to cry to make herself look so innocent in the situation. And then that kind of leads to almost the end of the show. And then there's the scene where Jace sitting in the truck just looking sad or kind of in a state of shock. It was a lot of, you know, shots that they showed him. They put the camera on him, and the child just looked like he in a state of shock. And then he stutters a lot. Now, I just feel so sorry for him. Like, my heart just melts for Jace. Always have. And, yeah, I just wanted to give a quick recap and review on that episode. I may start giving more reviews on it. Let me know how you feel about this video, what you thought about that episode with Jenelle's road rage. Thanks for watching this video. Can't wait to see what next week is going to show, you know, dealing with the continuance of Monday's episode. So, thumbs up this video if you like it. Subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the episode if you did watch it. If not, and you missed it, go back and watch it. And let's have a discussion about this. Jenelle, she really needs to get some help. But again, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you later.